Good morning, fellow Nigerians. How you all doing? Hope you're having a great time. Mr. UAY here. Recently, I made a comment on Tunde North's page concerning the hardship in Nigeria. And the comment I wrote, the lack of jobs and opportunity has turned every young Nigerian youth into content creators. And the comment did got a lot of reactions and replies, and some were asking me to elaborate more on my comments. Some agreed, those who comprehend what I said agreed to it. God have mercy. The gullible ones who have nothing upstairs, those ones, they resorted to insults. They felt like I was actually motivating people, but no. I was actually talking in aspect of our leaders. You see, the way the country is going currently, there is no hope for a common man in Nigeria today. The youth, they don't really know where they are going to, what will be for them. Yes, in the nearest future, none of the youth now knows that, okay, I have this skill that I'm gonna be something out of this skill. The economy is so bad that even those with handwork, they are not being paid well. They can't even afford to live, an average life, just like a normal human being. I remember when I was still into the construction company, while I was still into the construction business, I remember working day in day out from Monday to Saturday, but yet I still find myself struggling to pay my bills. You know, it's that bad in our community. It's that bad in our country. The economy has turned every young Nigerian youth into comedians, dancers. While growing up, these were things we do for fun. Those ones that took it as a hobby, took it as a profession because this is what they do. But currently, there are thousands, millions of young Nigerian youth who wishes to be a content creator. Content creating is the ability to bring out what you have, showcasing it to the world, to the entire universe, for people to appreciate you through the gifts. It's no longer when you get to see a comedy show, people go out there to relax, laugh, and enjoy themselves. This time around, whenever you can just scroll through your social media, and there are tons and tons of videos of comedians, skit makers, and the rest of it, who are going to be the doctors, the nurses, the engineers. There is no hope for the young Nigerian youths, I swear to God. But then again, it's far better than going into illegal activities, doing fraud or joining the armed robbery or the worst of them all. It's far better than it, because when there is no option, you make use of what is available for you. So I must say, I give it up for the Nigerian youth. Yes, my fellow Nigerian youth, I do give it up to them. But the truth of the matter is, if we want good governance, it's still in our hands. Look at what is going on currently in this world today. Mr. President today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has actually done nothing for Nigeria. So far, he has done nothing. Whatever Tinubu is doing today, to my own opinion, Tinubu is doing it for his own benefit and the benefit of his children. Yes. Look around you. Do you think the economy is good since Tinubu entered the regime? The economy is getting worse and worse. And the youth we have today are just social media youths. I won't tell anybody to come out and protest. And for what? If you're protesting, who are going to acknowledge your protest? Are they not the ones in the are the Aso Rock, the leaders? They are the ones to acknowledge the protest. They won't do anything. Look at them. They are already campaigning for 2027 election. In fact, rumor has it allegedly that the Tinubu regime wants to have a one-party dominance in Nigeria. See, if you look at Cameroon today, they have held a president for how many years? And I won't be surprised if tomorrow Tinubu would want to retain the seat of the president. He would want to be the Babanla of everything. He's currently taking charge of every sector in Nigeria. You know, getting his way in, people that will put him in, because he knows that the common Nigerians will never ever vote for him to retain that seat. So he's currently doing all he can, putting people in places, in high places, those that will help him get his way into the seat again. Nigeria is for everybody. It's not just for those in leadership. We have the natural resources far greater than that of Qatar. But if you get to Qatar today, Qatar is among one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's just the mentality of we being Africans. Nothing good can come out of us. A lot of African countries are looking up to Nigeria today. Look at Burkina Faso. They are currently coming up, making use of their own natural resources. Our own natural resources ends up with those in the seats, in the higher echelon. They are the ones, making use of our natural resources. What is the fate of a common Nigerian today? You and I know you don't even know what your fate will be. So that my comment, lack of job and opportunity has turned every young Nigerian youth into content creators. It goes far and beyond. It goes far and beyond. I would love to go deeper because you see, it's not just the president. Let's come down to the states. Some governors, look at Alart, transforming Abia State, giving basic needs, making it available, making life easier for the people of Abia State. Now come to your state and ask questions. Go to any good state, you see something good. Every year there is a construction of 1 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 30 kilometers. Why not, if you as a governor, when you get into power, take it upon yourself that this is something I'm going to do for my state, something that will last, something that will give my people a good life. Because what are you going there to do? Are you just going there to embezzle funds, divide funds among your friends, among your cohorts, while making life hard? Just take Anambra State for example. Instead of reinforcing the militaries, the forces, the armed forces in Anambra State, the governor of Anambra State instead brought in hoodlums. Yes, he gave arms to hoodlums. He gave arms to people that will terrorize the state in the nearest future. He may believe that he's actually doing them good right now by using the current forces he created to tackle what insecurity. But yet there is still insecurity in the land. Why not enroll these people into the forces, into the military, into the police force, the navy, and the rest of them? Since you want to put in more force in the state, you would have enrolled them into the armed forces. Let them have the basic training, what it takes to secure lives and property. The ones you give gun today, when you are out of the office, who is going to control them? When their salary is not being paid, if you don't end up paying these people's salary, they will become the terrorists whom you try to protect, or who you try to fight against in your own tenure. And guess what? The governor of Anambra State doesn't live in Anambra State. His children and families are all abroad. And once he's done with his tenure, he will start looking for a higher position in the Nigerian politics, whatever. He did a good thing though, but in a wrong way, in my own opinion. What he would have done is to, recruit those men, the Agone Chamber and the rest of them, recruit them into the force, the Anambra State forces. Let them have basic training, at least 6 months, 4 months, 3 months basic training before arming them or taking them to the streets. We always do our thing local, just like the likes of, they are doing it like this movie, Sakaba, parading themselves with guns and arms and everything. Terrorizing people, doing that. There are a lot of their menace on the social media. But my question is, what will become of these people when you are no longer in power? When their office is not being taken care of, what becomes of them? I don't think some of them will form a gang to terrorize people. Have you ever asked yourself why the Nigerian police cannot do without asking for bribe? Have you ever asked yourself the reason why? It's because they are not being paid well. They are not getting they are not getting paid for the services they render. We want them to protect us. We want them to secure our lives, right? But they are not being paid well. What is the minimum wage for a policeman in Nigeria? A common policeman. What do you think they are being paid for? How much do you think they are earning in a month? Some of these people have children in the university. Some of them have children in secondary school. Some of them have children that they want to give a better life. And when your salary cannot meet up, your salary can't pay your bills, can't even afford to pay your rent in a month, can't afford to put food on the table, what? You resort to the other simpler means of getting paid by your work. So, dear Nigerians, it's not just the police. Sometimes we would need to rally around these people, because if they are being paid well, they would definitely execute a good job. It's of recent that the IGs that they started holding the police officers accountable for their misconduct. It's of recent. But then again, have you ever asked yourself why these things happen? I'm not judging their misconduct in any way, not at all. But I'm making reference to the need for those in power to make life easier for the common Nigerian. I'll stop here for now, but I'll be back again. You can choose to share this this broadcast. You can choose to listen and live it. But remember, Nigeria is for everybody. There is nobody more Nigerian than a Nigerian. We are all Nigerians, and I pray that 2027 will be a better year for all of us. So I'm not talking about 2026, because that one is already gone. It's still in the hands of Tinubu. So 2027, I pray that we'll get a good governance. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.